Okay, so now we're going to be setting up this Eternity engine. And where I got this idea from is, of course, you already know I follow Mount Pain 27. If you're into Doom at all, especially classic Doom, he's in what he's calling Season 2 of the Dean of Doom series, which he covers like all the really, really big, popular, developed like megawads of the past 10 or 15 years or so. And he covered this one called Heartland, and it was exclusive to a new source port called Eternity Engine. And I watched it, and it was a really good video, entertaining and everything. So I was like, you know what, I like messing around with this stuff, let's try to set it up. And you kind of set it up just like say if you're familiar with GZ Doom, just like a basic source port that everyone uses to play classic Doom with modern settings, like resolution and controls and what forth, VSync and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. The first thing you need to do is, what I did was just I created a little folder on the desktop. So you just right click and go down to where it said new, say folder, say Eternity Engine. I'm gonna call this Eternity Engine Doom because I've already got one called Eternity Engine. Okay, and now what you do is you got to download the source port, the engine, and also the WAD files for Heartland. So to download the Eternity engine, you're going to want to go here. This is the best place I found to get it. Now bear in mind, going to set this up, you know, I scoured the internet for a few minutes and quickly realized that there are no instructions on how to set this up. So I was like, well, I'm just going to give it a shot. And I got about halfway in and almost gave up, and I just kept trying, and I finally figured out what the deal was. I'm going to share it with you here today. So you're going to want to go here to grab the engine. And what this is a place called devbuilds.drdteam.org/eternity/. Boop. And I can post that in the chat. So that's for the Eternity engine. And then after you download that, go ahead and download that. Let's get the x64 version. We're going to download it to the folder we set up on our desktop. Eternity Engine Doom. Boop. Downloaded. And now when you want to grab the Heartland WAD files, you want to go here. doomworld.com/idgames/levels/doom2/ports/gi/Heartland. Bloop. Drop that in the chat. Okay. So you just want to download that from basically any of the mirrors you have here. I think I got mine from New York. Same folder. Yeah. Eternity Engine Doom. Download it. You beat Punch Out Wii. Like all the way through, like through the main campaign and the tile defense and everything. Good job. AJ deserves a round of applause for that, because I know that's rough. I've tried it myself. But yeah, I saw that you've been posting some YouTube videos lately there, AJ. That one about Glass Joe, that's pretty epic. Keep it up. I need all the help I can get on Punch Out. I can't, like, I beat the first campaign, but I can't beat the title defense yet, so yeah. Alright. So now that we have that downloaded, for some of these files, they're compressed. You're gonna need some sort of uncompression program, and basically what I use is 7-zip because it's like WinRAR and the like, but it's free. I don't want no Windows Store. Go away. Alright, so 7-zip. 7-zip should be really easy to find. Here we go, 7-zip. Free open source file archiver that you can uncompress files with for free. You don't have to pay for anything. Go and download that from any of these links here. The executable 64-bit Windows sounds good. Alright, so back to our desktop. You're going to want to extract these. We'll just do them one at a time. Let's do the engine. Where are we here? 7-zip. Extract here. Woo! And it'll just drop a bunch of files on you like that. And this is part of what we need to run the engine. And okay, so let's back out of that folder. Oh, we're still, okay, we're good. We're still here. Heartland. Now we need to unzip this folder. Extract here. Boom. Okay, so inside of the Heartland compress folder, there are just a handful of files. Basically, the one you really need is this one right here, Heartland PKE. This was actually going to be able to launch the Heartland WAD. And now from here is where it got a little tricky. I was like, okay. I was looking around all the files. I noticed in here there's a WAD called Startup WAD. I was like, oh, okay, so they provided a WAD file that we could just use to start it up without having to have our own Doom 2 WAD file to actually make it work. So I took the Startup WAD out to our main folder here, and I tried doing it like GZ Doom with that. Would not work. Would not work no matter what I did. And I almost gave up there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go the old school way and just go and grab a Doom 2 WAD, which is the common thing you use to make GZ Doom work and all the older source ports. So I went over here and I was like, alright, let's grab the Doom 2 WAD. Alright, so what this basically is the game files for Doom 2. And if you run any sort of like old classic Doom, you're gonna need a legit copy of this. Now you can get it by illegitimate means, but the easiest and most legit way to get it is on Steam. You can buy a copy of Doom 2 for like $5. If it's on sale, you can get it for like $1. And you download it, browse local files, and you'll find the WAD file you need. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to paste it in this folder with our Eternity engine. Paste. So now we have the Doom 2 WAD, the Eternity executable, all the files required, as well as the Heartland PKE file. And we're going to take the Heartland PKE and drag it to the Eternity executable. Whoa! Woo! And it launches successfully. Now, what that actually did was since we had the Doom 2 WAD file, the Eternity executable found this and applied this to this. So you're actually running the Doom 2 legit source code with the mod on top of it. And that's what you need to make all this work. Now, I hope that was pretty easy to follow. But that's basically it. It's not that difficult. And now, as you see, we're running a window. Now, the only other thing we need to do is we need to change our resolution to whatever you want. You can actually just type it in. Most people will be using 1920 by 1080. Boom. 1920 by 1080 widescreen. That was easy. Got different ratios. Vertical sync is on. That's good. Okay, now the only other thing you need to do is go to your key bindings and go into basic movement. And here we're just going to set it like, you know, your standard FPS controls like WASD for movement. Move forward, W. Move backward, S. And then we're actually going to turn left and right with the mouse. So we need to go to strafe left, make that A. Strafe right, make that D. And you're pretty much done. And you are now ready to play Heartland on the Eternity engine, which is exclusively developed for the Eternity engine. Hope you enjoy. We're about to get right into it right now. Let's go ultra violence. Mount Pain 27 recommends ultra violence, but in his Dune of Doom series, he plays like he has a certain rule set. Go check it out. It's pretty funny. Ultra violence. The only difference in ultra violence and nightmare is nightmare they constantly resurrect. Ultra violence is like the highest enemy count possible. That's basically it. We're gonna try it out. Alright, so the pluses to this engine are, if you're familiar with classic Doom, they should be pretty obvious to you, but basically, like, there's enhanced movement, enhanced, like, you know, basically everything. Dual wielding. Oh, I forgot to mention, I like to use run, like always run. So in the controls, you have to turn on your toggle run. And I still need to go do that.